All right, perfect, perfect, perfect.
Let's go.
Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to the Win Blueprint, your first step towards real estate success. Oh my goodness. Listen, everybody, you have no idea the about amount of information you're gonna get tonight. Hey, I'm gonna give you a second to pull your pen, get your pad and paper, because we about to get busy. We about to give you a bunch of information. But we're not gonna keep you too long because I know it's late. But we are gonna give you a lot of information. I'm Eric Gill, founder, creator of the Win Blueprint, but I'm also a coach, and I'm a full-time investor. Let's get down to it, y'all. You got to roll. Bernadette, you got to pay attention. Like,
Next slide.
all right, here's our agenda. This is what we're going to go through. We're going to talk about our mission. You're going to meet our coaches. We're going to talk about what new investors need. We're going to talk about your mindset shift, cash reserves, your liquid capital. We're going to talk about your credit score. We're going to tell you about the solid team that you need to build and create when trying to be an investor. We're going to give you real world training and mentorship. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how the Win Blueprint actually helps you. We're going to get you credit score guidance. We're going to talk about your financial analysis, the win number. This is amazing. I know you guys have never seen this part before. We're going to talk about help setting up your business credit. We're going to talk about plugging you into a solid team, real world training, boots on the ground trips, the most important part of the Win Blueprint, in my opinion, my humble opinion. And we also going to give you some information on our one-on-one mentorship and coaching, the 8 weeks program. Let's get into it, guys. Our mission at the Win Blueprint is to help empower you to take control of your financial future through personalized one-on-one mentorship in real estate investing. We believe that with guidance and support, anyone can unlock their potential and achieve extraordinary success. Our dedicated mentors and coaches are here to walk alongside you, offering tailored insights and strategies that cut through the confusion and inspire confidence. Together, we will navigate the intricate world of real estate investing, help you build a solid foundation for lasting wealth and a brighter tomorrow. I'm glad you joined us on this transformative journey, and your dreams, we're trying to make them into reality. Your success story starts here, right now, today. Let's get to it. Again, folks, I'm Eric Gill, a serial entrepreneur. I've invested in real estate for well over, I'm gonna age myself here, but well over 2 decades. Yes, 2 decades before social media was even even thought about. So, but what's important here are the people I'm about to introduce you to. Because let me tell you something. Without these people, the Win Blueprint would not even exist. I'm gonna give you the coaches. I'm gonna hand it over to them and let them tell you a little bit about themselves.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Williams, and I am also a coach and a mentor within the Win Blueprint. My journey started a little over almost 2 years ago. I was actually one of Eric's first mentees, which is exciting. I started my journey right in the Win Blueprint, just like you, not knowing what I'm doing, kind of unsure how to begin. And he walked me through the Win Blueprint program. Within 5 weeks, I had two duplexes under contract and I was raring to go. And now I'm a mentor and teach others how to do what I do over 15 doors later. And I'm really excited that I'm going to be able to empower you with faith, purpose, and a proven path to financial freedom.
Hey everybody, Chuck Hawkins. I am also a mentor and coach here at the Win Blueprint. Absolutely excited to build and be a part of something that can actually remove the buzzwords and teach you how to actually create some actual wealth. Here's the thing. All wealth ends in one of two places, Wall Street and real estate. And this is the first time that I've been able to be a part of and see something in real time with results where you can walk away as an actual owner. This is not your normal course. We're not going to let you read and then you're on your own. We're not going to teach you three things and then you're on your own. You have a proven success system with over 80 plus successful results and owners on the back end. And we're here to teach you exactly how to do that for yourself as well.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's get to it, guys. Let's dive in.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about all the things I think from the foundation standpoint, all new investors need. Before diving into real estate, every new investor needs a mindset shift, cash reserves or liquid capital, a solid credit score, a trusted team, and most importantly, real world training and mentorship. Hey, that's where we come in. Let's get into it, y'all. Mindset shift. When I say mindset shift, this is how we actually start our sessions, our one-on-one sessions in the Win Blueprint. I try to take your mindset from being a consumer, thinking like a consumer would think. I'm buying this house to live in, or I want to fix it up to look pretty for me. But no, I need you to shift that mindset to being an investor. I need you to think about this being an asset that's going to generate you income for years to come. So we need to put as much as we can in this property without spending a bunch of money on it. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So as a consumer, you think income. That means spending power. As an investor, we think income equals opportunity, right? Because we're thinking with this income, how can I build this? How can I grow this? And how can I get that income to start working for me, right? As a consumer, you're thinking lifestyle first. As an investor, I think about that wealth in that long term. And I know Michael and Chuck, they thinking the same. And this is the way I want you to think. Like as a consumer, you always thinking, you're thinking emotional. You get behind these properties and you think, I can't sell this property. It was my first property that I ever bought. Baby, if that property is making you 40, 50, $60,000, we're gonna sell that property if we have to, right? Or if that property is making you $400 or $500 a month, passive income where you don't have to work and it's just making you money, we need to have strategic decisions as an investor. And that's the type of mindset we want to help shift you at. And that's what we do with the Win Blueprint.
I love it. All right. And make no mistake, you guys, you are going to need cash reserves or liquid capital. It's just part of the game. If any gurus or get rich quick people tell you, hey, you can come to and buy real estate with no money at all, don't believe them. Run the other way because they're going to take your money, but you may not get what you bargained for. So cash reserves are liquid. We're not saying you have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this, but you do need accessible funds so that you can move quickly when an opportunity presents itself. The cool thing about this program is that we prepare you in such a way by making sure your finances are ready, whatever HELOCs or 401ks that you have, we can access those things to be able to put them into properties, invest them, take them from one investment to another. And we want to get you prepared. So when you find the house you love, you're ready to move on it. Because number one, in our markets, real estate deals move extremely fast. The house could be there 1 minute and gone in 3 days. And if you're not ready to jump on that, you're going to lose it. Being prepared gives you the advantage over other buyers. You're going to be like, hey, I got my lender in place. My contractor's already walked it. My agent's already said it's perfect. And you have the advantage of knowing and being knowledgeable about your numbers as well because you've been through the Win Blueprint program. So that's going to give you the advantage over other buyers of being able to make a quick and knowledgeable deal. And then with that cash, you have confidence, you have speed, you're able to close quickly. And so you're going to have the advantage over other buyers that may have to do conventional loans that are going to take them longer. So the seller's going to want you to buy their house before someone else. And we prepare you to do all that through this program. All right, but we always got to understand that credit is key. A good, strong credit score, 710 above, guys, is your golden ticket. Why do I say that? Because if your credit is under or 600, 650, 550, 580, it's not horrible in the 600s. It's not bad. But when you're looking at getting lenders to approve you, the better your score, the better financing options you get. You're actually enabling yourself to also get lower interest rates too. And you want those lower interest rates. You want to be able to, walk in there and get a, 11% deal or a 10% deal rather than a 15, 16, 17. You're going to be paying more on the mortgage. You're going to pay more for the house. So the goal is if you get your credit score up, we're able to help you get higher lines of business credit, and we'll talk about that soon, but also better interest rates and financing options on your house. And this shows that you have trust. It proves to the lenders that they can trust you. if you have a good credit score, they're like, okay, we know that this person pays their bills on time and they're making good use of their time and finances. So therefore we want to lend them money as well. So that's what we work with you on too. We are going to present you with credit professionals to also help you get on your feet, which we're going to talk about that soon because we have a special treat for you on that area. But next, we're going to talk about a solid team because that's also important. You come into a new state and you're not exactly sure where to start. Well, one of the places to start is to surround yourself with experts, people you can trust to guide and support you on your investment journey. I can't tell you how many people I've seen that just jump in and buy a house and then try to find their team. It's scary to do it that way. And it's very, what's going to happen is you're going to lose money by doing it that way. Because if you don't have your team, you're jumping out there and you're going to start panicking. You're going to start having holding costs. That mortgage is going to kick in. That rehab's going to be ready. That loan lender is going to want their loan paid back. And you're just like, let me find someone. And you're going to, in desperation, choose the wrong team members. We don't want you to do that. I look at a team, your real estate team, as your starting five lineup on a sports team. You got the main players who are ready. They're out there doing their thing and they're making sure you handle the game properly. The mentor or the coach, we are your coach in this game, and we're making sure all the players are in position and that they're doing their thing in the Win Blueprint. And then you have your agents. Your agents, they are what I call your eyes and ears. They're going to make sure that you have the best neighborhoods. They're looking at the houses on the outside, the inside. They're looking at the big ticket items. They're making sure there's no mold, there's no, issues. They're walking, giving you comps. They're giving you CMAs. They're negotiating your deals. They're being sharks out there for you. We have agents that we provide you with that do this for you. The contractors, they're your feet and hands. They're going to go in there and make sure, excuse me, they're going to go in there and make sure that you have the correct rehab quote so that you can get your appraisal amount at the end of the day. So they're going to make sure that work is done properly so that you're able to get the most value for that house. They're going to add a bedroom if you want. They're going to go through plans with you to make sure that you have a solid game plan in place. And they're going to make sure also that you have the right electricians, the right plumbers, the right people. We have general contractors that we team you with, so you don't have to go out and look for those people and make sure they're good or bad contractors. We've already vetted those people. And we have a wonderful network of lenders. Our network of lenders are so phenomenal. They do so many different, and there's always new lending options available, but they do so many different types of lending, all the way from 65% to 90%, depending on how long you've been in the game, how good your credit score is, etc. So you want to deal with our lenders. We plug you right into the lenders who understand what the Win Blueprint does already. They already work with our people. They pre-qualify you right then, so you're ready to go when it's time to get your house. Private money lenders and hard money lenders to work with, already plugging into our network. The next one is insurance. Insurance, go back to insurance is, I would consider them like your bodyguard, because the insurance company, they're going to make sure that they have your back. So they're making sure you're not getting a house that has issues. If there's trees hitting the house, those trees can go into the house. The roots can grow into the house. Things like being protected in case of fire, flood, tornado, all these things. You want to make sure you're not losing your socks. And these insurance companies are going to make sure that you have the right plan in place. You cannot close a deal without the proper insurance. And we have a wonderful team of insurance providers that make the Win Blueprint a special rate. And so we want you to be a part of that insurance group as well. And then finally, property managers. I consider them your liaison between you and the tenants. They're making sure that you are not getting a call at 2 a.m. for a clogged up toilet. None of us want that, right? So the property manager is going to come, they're going to get in there, they're going to find you the right tenants, they're going to vet those people, they're going to do credit checks, background checks, they're going to market and advertise your property, they're going to collect your rents, and they're going to put out notices if you have problem tenants and possibly carry out the eviction for you so you can focus on being an investor and not have to worry about the tedious parts of managing your property. These are the team that we put together as part of the Win Blueprint for you so that you don't have to do all that legwork and footwork. You just come on into the program and you're given all these people right up front. What is that worth? This is so Amazing. All right, let's go to the next slide where we're going to talk about, let Chuck.
Thank you, Michael. So, guys, listen. As you see on the screen, it says theory is good, but experience is better. Wealth in real estate is not a secret society, right? There's nothing better than having someone literally grab you by the hand and walk you through how to do this. It is no different than having your first day on the job, right? Your first day on the job, someone sits you down and says, "This is how they want you to do it. Here's how I do it." That's exactly what we do here at the Win Blueprint. Because let's face it, if you're anything like me, we all know somebody that's in real estate. We know a realtor, we know a lender, we know a contractor. Our friend is probably, an appraiser or something to that effect. But none of those people can do anything besides teach you how to still need them. By the time we're done here at the Win Blueprint, you will be able to take this formula and invest confidently in any market that you choose to do so. Right. So you're going to literally be learning by not just reading, but by actually doing. A simple Google search will tell you that 95% of people that buy courses online do not finish those courses. This is different. The Win Blueprint is specifically designed week by week so that you cannot move forward without your one-on-one with your coach and your homework completed. We are actually pulling you along to functional, tangible results. As you heard Michael say, by the time she was done with the course, week 8, she was two duplexes in, right? And we have a proven track record of success doing that exact same thing. And the best part about it, guys, is that you have people that have done this successfully that are going to help you avoid the mistakes. There will be no paralysis of analysis. You'll be able to confidently take these steps because the people that you will need in place for you to put your deal together, like Michael just talked about, are already in place. We have trusted contractors. We have trusted realtors. We have confident, knowledgeable lenders that can walk you through what your deal is going to look like. And guess what? By the time this is over, you'll be able to add something new to your resume, investor. Let's talk about how we're going to do that. So this is how the Win Blueprint helps you, right? Not only do you get your financial analysis, right, which is free, and don't worry, we're not asking for your social, we're not diving into your kids' background and all that good stuff. But what we can offer is that there's literally a strategy to this success. So as you see on the screen, we talk about a win number. That is a number that's designed to let you know exactly how many doors you need to own to walk away from your 9-to-5 job. Now, here's a hint. If you double it, you get to double the income, right? So we'll teach you how to do that. Now, we'll talk about your credit score. We have some guidance and some resources, and I'm really excited for the special guest that we have on. But more importantly, we're going to give you literally the foundation of how to create a successful investment company, meaning we're going to help you set up your LLC correctly, even down to the NAICS code that is going to help you guarantee more business funding. We're going to help you set up your business credit, the solid team, which we talked about, the boots on the ground, which is phenomenal. And we were doing it before the song came out, mind you, where we actually take people to the markets that we invest in. You get to walk your property, guys. You get to see other people winning in real time. You get to see various phases of rehabs, and you get to get familiar with the market that you're invested in. But the most important part is that you will have one-on-one time with your mentor at the same time every week. 3 o'clock Friday. Guess what? You're learning how to be an investor. And by the time the business quarter is done, you will have a property under your belt if you listen. Now, if you choose to go do something with your cousin because they know this other part, we can't control that part. All right. All I know is that we have a private Facebook community of almost 100 people that have done it the way that we teach them how to do it, and they have properties. And if you're lucky, we'll let you in the Facebook group. Now, I talked earlier really quickly about the win number. And again, there is no secret society. There is no magic gate that keeps you away from real estate. Guys, I said it earlier, all wealth ends in one of two places. And you don't have to be a homeowner to participate in what this real estate game can do for you. We help you break down your financial position so that you can make smart, informed moves moving forward. And it all starts with your mindset. So you get to see how all of the pieces that we've discussed so far have already started to intertwine with each other and how everything matters. I had a mentor once tell me, how you do anything is how you do everything. And we do everything with intention here. So we're going to talk about your income and expenses. We're going to talk about what it takes to shift your mindset from a consumer to an investor. And more importantly, we're going to help you create a clear financial game plan so that we can help you reach your money goals once you know what your win number is.
One of the great things about the Win Blueprint is also that we help you set up your business credit. A lot of people say, well, why do I need business credit? The reason for the business credit is so that you're not draining your score every time you buy a house. How many people do you know that are buying these houses in their personal name? And once you buy the house, your score immediately plunges. Or once you put things on your personal credit card, your score goes down. But you can build your personal credit up and then open business credit card accounts. And now you're spending cards and your score doesn't change. You're buying properties, your score doesn't change. So you're building business credit, which is a separate entity than your personal credit. And that's what we want to do, enable you to separate your personal and business finances so they don't commingle or intermingle. You want to do it the right way. So we're setting you up right away with an EIN and LLC, and then building your credit through your business credit through that. So you're starting off on the financial roadmap to success already doing it this way. And we're going to help you establish trade lines and get vendor accounts. A lot of people pay a lot of money for these type of things, but our vendors are really give you a special rate and they really help you with the whole process over an entire year, which is nice. We have you build business credit to access funding and grow your business. And we really look for those 0% lines of credit. And that way, if you think about it, guys, you're paying nothing for borrowing that money. You know, you can go to a lender and get 15%, but then you can use your own business credit card and get 0% and pay it right back off, rinse and repeat. So that's what we want you to do. We want to help you have an alternate source of funding your rehab projects, your holding costs, and things like that. So business credit's the way to go. Me personally, when I first started, I set up $178,000 worth of business credit. What could you do with the extra $178,000 today?
Give it to me. 170. Give me that 0%, 170,000. Let's go. We building portfolios. Let's go, guys.
Yes. All right, next.
All
Yeah.
right. Hey, listen. Now, I'm not taking away anything that the team has said that Michael and Chuck has given you. Business credit, the win number, all that is amazing. But like I told you guys, I've been investing for nearly 25, 26 years. And the most important part of your foundation to me is being plugged into a solid team. Without my solid team, the Win Blueprint wouldn't be here. My portfolio that I've built wouldn't be here. The great thing about the Win Blueprint is we plug you into the team that I have vetted for years in whatever market we're investing in. We have experts in credit, finance, and business. They all give you real world guidance, and you get that from your mentors and coaches as well. You have a done for you, plugged in for systems, tools. It includes your realtors, it includes your contractors, your property managers. You know how you might be scared to get on the phone and talk to a property manager. I already got that set up for you. You don't know how to vet your contractors. I already got that set up for you. But I always say, you got to teach people how to fish, right? You got to teach them how to fish. So I'm also going to teach you and give you my templates that we've come up with in the Win Blueprint to help you vet all these same people as well. Because to be honest, trying to find the right people is probably the hardest part of being a real estate investor. I've heard the horror stories of contractors running off with deposits or just whole full budgets that you've given them. They're gone. You can't find them. They did the demo on your property and now they've taken off to Albuquerque. So this I've already got these people set up Albuquerque because the last contractor I found out moved to Albuquerque is what someone that's for another story. But You get a support team to guide you every step, guys. This is the most important part of being a real estate investor is having a solid team that not only tells you how to do it, but they also are there with you side by side, walking you through the process. People that are vetted by us already and that are professional. And to me, they're all family.
Yes. I love it. And this is one of my favorite parts of the Win Blueprint. I don't know about you. I mean, the credit guidance, the team, the one-on-one training, all that is great. But my favorite part is the real world training because you can learn all the things you want to learn. Even if you took a real estate class, you could study that book for 2 weeks. But at the end of the day, you still got to deal with a real client. So real world training is important, getting that hands-on, getting out there, making sure you understand the process. And this is called the Boots on the Ground. Our Boots on the Ground trip is a powerful 2 day hands-on real estate event. We bring everybody out from all over the country. Our mentees are everywhere from California all the way to Florida, and they're going to experience a life-changing event. Everybody who comes wants to do 100 of these because they're so informative and it's a game changer. So what we do is we take you on a charter bus. We're all together. You don't have to worry about getting a car and trying to figure that out. Where you're on the bus with our realtors, some finance people are on there with us answering questions, and we're driving for 2 days and we're looking at these properties in all various stages of rehab. We're looking at properties that have not been rehabbed at all and talking about the budgets. We're looking at properties that are halfway through a rehab so that you can see what's being done and how much things cost. And we're looking at completed rehabs so you can kind of compare it with other things in the area and see how they were able to get those ARVs or values. So we're helping you tour those real properties and learn real strategies. You are actually on site, connecting, talking to the realtors, asking the contractors questions, listening to them describe their process. Now you're going to know what a $20,000 rehab looks like or a $40,000 rehab. And the pros are going to tell you, hey, this is what you need to do and this is what you need to avoid. So you're hearing guest speakers because we also go into a classroom setting several times a day. You're going to learn several tactics, advanced tactics from guest experts, such as finance people, such as property managers. These people are going to come and be guest speakers and give you detailed information on what it's like to, if you need to do a DSCR loan and refi, how does that process look? What issues do insurance companies have when they're trying to, if you're trying to do a claim? So all of these things you're able to get answered in real time and in person, not just on a video chat, not just on a Zoom. You are in person seeing these things with your own eyes, and that makes all the difference. Next, we also give you the Win t-shirts. As you can see, everybody has them. We have them. We have hats, we have merch, and the Win Blueprint. You get a free t-shirt, you get a notebook. We give you discounts at a special rate for our hotels, which we all stay together. We do breakfast, and the fun part is it's called the winner's dinner. So we all dress up on the last night and we really celebrate everybody's wins. Because during this 2 days, you've watched people put offers in, you've watched people get accepted offers, and you've watched people close deals. And so we're actually celebrating everyone's win at the end and going out with a bang. So at the end, you're going to feel like family. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is something I have to bring my cousin to or bring my brother to. And it's all part of just this phenomenal experience called the Win Blueprint. And Chuck, we can't hear you because your volume is off.
That's important. So, guys, listen, I want to make sure that we slow down just a little bit, obviously, and unmute ourselves. I want to apologize to anybody that might be from Albuquerque that you caught a stray today.
Well, he went to Albuquerque, we found out.
But I want to focus on this one-on-one mentorship and coaching, guys, because I don't know if you guys have the same background as me, but I was in corporate America for the better part of 20 plus years, guys. And the thing that I just changed the game for me is that we did that every day, 9 to 5, and with the goal and the hope of retiring on 70% of what is already causing us to live check to check. This is an 8 to 10 week program that not only allows you to add value, but what if I told you your real estate portfolio in 3 years can triple what your 401k has already done. And there's tax benefits to doing so, meaning you will pay less in taxes for being a real estate investor than you will for being a 9 to 5 employee struggling to make ends meet. And I don't want you to quit your job. None of us here want you to quit your job. We want you to leverage your job so that it can allow you to participate in where the real wealth ends. So what do you get for your one-on-one mentorship and your 8-week coaching? Now, me, I say 10 weeks because there's always a birthday, there's an anniversary, kids just got back to school, something's going to happen. So I'm going to give you 2 weeks in addition to the 8 weeks that you're here. And you also will have your mentors for an extended amount of time as well as the private Facebook group. But you've heard Michael mention some acronyms, right? Your DSCR loan. You've heard her say ARV, and you've heard her say max allowable offer. These are the verbiage and the terminologies that you'll actually learn during your seminar, during your coaching sessions, right? So you'll develop the mindset, which we talked about. You'll learn to grow and vet your own trusted team. Most importantly, this is where it gets really, really good, really tangible. Everybody says they want to invest in a certain market. We hear Texas, we hear Florida, we hear Atlanta, right? Well, now we're going to teach you how to actually analyze and review a market and see if it's going to be profitable for you, not just by the numbers and what the properties are selling for. Is it a landlord-friendly state? Is it a place where you can evict someone? Is it a place where there are amenities around? What's happening in the city? What are these things that are going to increase the value to your property? We're going to show you how to do that. More importantly, we're going to show you how to analyze properties. What if I told you you could buy a triplex for $56,000, put about 30, 40 grand of somebody else's money into it, and now it's worth 160 grand. You can pull some of that cash out and it's tax free. Guys, this is how real estate changes the game. We're going to connect you to our funding partners, and we're going to give you a clear strategy on how to understand real estate terms, how to analyze markets. You will be fully informed and fully knowledgeable. How much is that worth to you? And I don't want you to answer that question. I want you to answer that question in terms of, is what you're currently doing working? Is what you're currently doing getting you closer to having the tax benefits and the liquidity and the portfolio that real estate can provide? You're in the right place, guys. Let's go to the next slide.
And we are speaking of credit score guidance. Let's just say you got on here and you said, you know what? They said 710, my score's in the 6s, my score's in the late 5s. That happens. We all go through life's challenges. You know, a few years ago, I got a divorce. My score was about 580. I had a bankruptcy and all kinds of stuff, but I rebounded from that. And I was able to connect myself to quality people. This woman is amazing. We're going to introduce a special guest right now because we're giving you assistance with that. You got bad credit or less than perfect credit and you're not there where you need to be, we have someone who will do that. They're going to do a solid personal credit foundation for you. They're going to dispute errors. They're going to teach you smart credit habits because that's part of laying the foundation of this whole thing, is making sure you have a solid foundation. And so I'm going to introduce to you our guest special speaker. She's actually going to be talking about it. So for those of you who say, hey, my credit's not right, you want to hear from the best. And this is Amina Rashid. She is the founder of 100 Milli Credit. She's been in the credit repair industry for over 12 years, and she's helped hundreds of individuals take back control of their credit and their peace of mind. Now, what sets her apart is her background in paralegal studies, which gives her a deep understanding of consumer law, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and how to legally challenge inaccurate or outdated information on credit reports. Her work has been featured on podcasts and in magazine publications, and her reputation is built on results, transparency, and education. So I've had several people use Amina and they love her. She's quick and she makes it happen in a big way. So if you've ever felt stuck or unsure how to fix your credit the right way, this is the lady to talk to. Amina, come on and join us.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Michael, Charles, and Eric. When I say the WIN Blueprint is literally family, Eric said it at the beginning of the call, family. Everyone that comes into this space is treated like family, and they care about their mentees Oh my goodness. And the results that they produce is just phenomenal. I love it when the mentees that come over to me and, I help them with their credit, they come back and they say, oh my God, I qualified for this and I was able to close on my first property, or I was able to do this and that. That is so rewarding, I tell you. So definitely just a pleasure to be here. So everyone, we talked about so much today in this Zoom. You've heard so many key words. As they said, keyword that we said was leverage. When we talk about leverage, we cannot say that without saying the word credit, okay? Because credit is where it all starts. Now, if your credit score is blemished, it is perfectly fine. Life situations and things happen. Luckily for us, we do have federal laws and state laws that protect you as the consumer. Because see, here's the thing. At the end of the day, the credit bureaus or the credit reporting agencies, they have to follow a strict set of guidelines. These strict set of guidelines say every single thing on your credit report must be 100% accurate, down to your name, the way it's spelled, your address that's tied to each account. The actual amount that you owe on each debt must be precise, down to the penny amount. Now, do you the credit bureaus are actually checking these things for accuracy all the time? No, they're not. They're just taking the word of the creditors, collection agencies, or whoever's putting the debt on your credit. They're just taking their word for it. So we use these laws to go ahead and get these things removed from your credit report. So excellent credit is key. Now, one thing that I do want you all to know are just a few factors here. One late payment, just literally one, can drop your credit score down by 110 points. So that's why it's so important to ensure that you're making your payments on time. Now, you can be up to 29 days late on one account, but as soon as you hit that 30th day, it is reported to the credit bureaus as a late payment. So please make your payments on time, okay? Now, let's talk about the credit utilization. So you want to ensure all of your revolving accounts, lines of credit, and your credit cards, keep your balances at 10% of the credit limit. Let me explain that. Let's say you have a credit card with a $1,000 credit limit. You want to ensure that by the time your statement date rolls around, you owe no more than $100 on that card. 10% of $1,000, which is the credit limit, would be $100. So you have your due date and your statement date. The due date is when you need to make your minimum payment. The statement date, which is typically 3 to 7 days after the due date, make sure that you owe no more than 10% of the credit limit, and your credit score will torpedo. I promise you, okay? So make sure you do that. Now, we use consumer law in factual disputes. This allows you to leverage the Fair Credit Reporting Act to dispute all of those erroneous, obsolete, and negative accounts that could be dropping your score. Now, you want to understand, as we just said, the due dates and the statement dates. We just went over that. Super, super important. Now, some people do experience identity theft. If you've experienced identity theft, we have a quick and concise way to get those items that were obtained without your permission off of your credit report, okay? So anything that you did not apply for that is on your credit report, we can help you to get it removed legally, okay? So now also we dispute directly with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. That is the government entity, ladies and gentlemen, that oversee the credit reporting agencies. So let's talk about the big three: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. These are for-profit corporations. They are traded on the stock market. You can invest in them. So they're not in the business of actually protecting you. They're in the business of actually selling your data. They make money off of selling our data, okay? So the credit reporting agencies are not affiliated with the government. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, they oversee and they monitor those credit reporting agencies to ensure they're following the law. So I filed disputes with the CFPB as well to say, hey, they are doing this on this particular credit report. Now let's talk about bankruptcy, and then we're going to go ahead and kind of close my portion out. So a lot of people say, oh, this bankruptcy is on my credit report. Bankruptcy stay on your credit report for 7 to 10 years. But what you must know is this, ladies and gentlemen: The courts where you file the bankruptcy, the federal courts, they do not report the bankruptcy on your credit at all. When I ask people, this bankruptcy is on your credit, how did it get there? They'll say, oh, the courts put it there. The courts do not communicate with the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus are not the government. What the credit bureaus are doing, they are hiring a third-party agency to go and look in the court's database and enter that data onto your credit report. So you have the right under the Fair Credit Reporting Act to know who that furnisher of information is. And if it comes down to it, you can actually sue them. So I just wanted to put that little tidbit out there and, give you all those gems and nuggets. I want you to look at that QR code right there above that picture of me. It says scan me. Scan that QR code, ladies and gentlemen, and you will find a free dispute letter that you can go ahead and get your dispute process rolling. You can get it started. My website and contact information is there, www.100milli, MILLI, which stands for Millionaires Impacting Lives Locally and Internationally. You can always contact me and reach me there. Thank you so much, guys, for your time.
Amina, thank you.
Thank you.
So I can get one of those dispute letters. Is that what that is, right? On that QR, the QR code?
QR code.
Yeah, go ahead.
QR code.
QR code. Yeah.
I'm gonna scan it.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go to the next slide. So guys, listen, we've talked about a lot of information today, and most importantly, we want to make sure that we respect your time. We know that even though we're here in California and Michael's, in Georgia, we want to make sure that we still respect your time. Here's the thing. The next 3 to 5 years are going to come and go. You can either be a real estate investor at the end of that time. You can have a portfolio with something that you can tangibly leave a legacy to your kids or to, whoever it is that you want to leave something to, or you can continue to do the exact same thing that you've been doing. Scan the QR code that's on your screen or get with the person that invited you to this call, and let's help you win. On behalf of myself, Michael Williams, Amina Rashid, and our founder, Eric Gill, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you either at the top or from the top.
Hey, are we going to take any questions? Because we may have a couple questions before we go. Any questions?
If you have them, just write them in the chat.
If you have them,
click chat and you should be able to type any questions. If you don't, then that means we covered everything perfectly.
Absolutely. Thank everybody for stopping by. We appreciate you. Like Chuck said, we're gonna see you. We either gonna see you from the top or at the top. Good night.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Good night.